Out on the
What?
orange chair.
Yeah.
Which you should know you put it there.
All right. We're live.
Alright.
I froze. Hey, so the music's not on, JR. We're having technical difficulties to start the show. This is very interesting.
Take it to you.
Oh, I thought Kate was starting it. You want me to do
No.
the intro?
Yeah, I thought you were going to play the instrumental.
Oh, okay. Good evening, everyone. This is your host, J.R. Michael, and the beat guy and the voice in the back of the room. How's everybody doing tonight? We got Westy over here with his 6-pack of beers.
JR, your mic's too loud.
It's only more.
What?
Your mic's too loud.
Oh, sorry. I feel like I'm at a baseball game. Sorry.
Yeah, not do it again. All right, guys, we're going to repeat this.
Oh, man.
No mulligans.
All right. Good evening, everyone. This is your host, J.R. Michael, with another episode of J.R. and the Beat Guy with the voice in the back of the room.
What up, what up?
Thank you for joining
What
us.
up?
Hope you have your cappuccinos. I know Westy has his beers, and get ready to rock and roll. And tonight I'm going to guess how many questions the voice in the back of the room has.
We're ready for it.
15.
Wow, you have high hopes for me.
Yeah, that's a lot of questions.
Well, I just
No.
figured it.
No,
Okay.
guess again. Westy, how many questions do I have?
7.
Not 7.
Ooh.
Suda.
9.
That's only because he knows I always do 8 and he gave me an extra question.
Oh.
Ah.
He got the cheat sheet.
Yeah. How was your day?
Very funny, Vinny. It was pretty crazy. Like I said, I was talking to you guys before we started the show, The Eyes of March, where I'm not trying to be Julius Caesar here, but you
Yep.
know, it's just negative energy coming around with positive energy, and it was just shaking me up.
Shaking me up.
And
You just
yeah, I had a rough time.
You're lucky
Yeah,
that
rough time.
you're lucky that you're too far away for me to stab you. You would look at me and be like, "Et tu, brute."
So yeah, my week was peachy, just peachy.
Just peachy.
Yeah, just peachy.
Yeah, wait, hold on, let me see here.
I'm just making sure
We
everything's
can't
working.
even see. Where's the?
Yo, it actually worked. All right.
Yeah, but no one's gonna remember because you sent it hella early.
Yeah, I'm gonna find out how that works today.
Hold on.
JR, what are you doing?
I didn't do anything. What did I do?
I'm gonna share my screen. I want to show you guys something. We did something special
Go
this
ahead.
week for everybody.
Well, yeah, because last week we had a question, which was, what's a skill that you would like to learn if you had the time? And I said, well, I like baking and, decorating cakes, and I want to get better at my piping skills. So, Pseudo chained me in the kitchen and required me to bake a cake today.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It is tie-dye. I wish you could see that.
I gotta step away for a second.
So this cake is amazing. We haven't tried it yet. We have some right next to us right now. Me and Westy both have slices. Slices. They look like this.
I don't have very clear layers there.
What's in the cake?
It is an orange cake, and it has a brown sugar peach filling because Kroger does not carry apricots or plums like I wanted in canned, frozen, or fresh varieties. And I made an Earl Grey Italian meringue buttercream.
It looks delicious.
It does. So we're gonna try it here in about a second. If you guys are ready.
Everybody has a buttercream flower on their plate.
There's a little.
That's the verdict. Wow.
What's your thoughts?
He's chewing.
Yeah, I was chewing, but
Yeah.
it's nice and buttery.
Hold the mic.
I thought you were. I thought this was an interview. My bad.
Better be. There's about 1.5 pounds of butter in this icing.
Not nice and buttery. Very,
Yeah.
Very, very moist.
Moist. 24 ounces of butter in this buttercream.
24 ounces. Is that like 24 ounces? Is like what? 2.5 pounds.
2.5.
I don't know.
1.5. I literally said it before I said the 24 ounces.
Impeccable, Westy. Impeccable. It's really good. It's so good that JR left us.
I heard that it was so good that somebody wanted to feature on their OnlyFans.
Oh yeah. Trippy heard about this and he sent me some stuff today. Here, Westy, can you talk real quick?
I don't know. Has anybody sent him gummies like they're supposed to? I don't think they should get to see it.
It's not meant to be seen by the human eye.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, Trippy.
Sad, man.
If you want to see him sit on a full cake,
We all go through
visit his OnlyFans. Give him $3 on his Patreon.
help a brother out.
Trippy still out there residing. He got a cupcake on his nipple there. I don't know if you noticed that. It was a cupcake. The icing was smeared. He was celebrating with us. He tried to make a cake himself.
He
It didn't
is
quite
the
go
cake.
as planned.
He tried to make himself a cake.
Didn't
And
quite
he
go.
became cake.
I live in a world where everything is cake.
And Trippy E is cake.
I turn to seek comfort from Trippy.
And
Trippy is cake.
Trippy is cake. Trippy is cake. Westy?
Trippy is cake.
Vinny? Trippy is cake.
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 Anyway, the amount of people who are going to miss out on that opening scene.
Trippy. Yeah.
I'm-
I keep eating cake right here.
I feel really good for them because they're not going to go blind.
Here, Westy. Take the mic. Talk.
About what?
I don't know.
This cake's banging.
Thank you. I wish I could say I baked it on my own free will, but I'm not here on my own free will. You are welcome. Hello, you're a guest on the show. Trippy was complicit in my kidnapping, as are you now.
I mean, it's not finished yet, right? Like, I guess still have a way to get out.
Are you going to free me? Alert the authorities? You've been here since Sunday, so there's some repercussion.
I mean, I do have a car. You're the one without a car, though. You know.
She has a car.
Damn it.
I do have a car. I just don't have access to it because I'm chained here and kept here, and Pseudo just uses my car at his leisure. Anyway. So, yes, welcome to JR and the Beat Guy, featuring the voice in the back of the room. That's me, the hostage who doesn't want to be here. We have special guest, Westy, here.
Westy.
If you watch the show regularly, you might see him speaking in the comments. Yeah, he regularly speaks to us. You might see him up there as Brian, but don't call him that, because why?
Because Brian's trying, but
I
what's reality?
I refuse to acknowledge that Brian's your name.
You know, JR's mic is right by his headphone, so you have like this weird echo happening. It's funny.
Hey, I see you, Danielle. And Trippy said he wishes he could watch tonight. He wishes us a great show. Thank you, Trippy. We did see your nipple on a cupcake, and we are eating cake in your honor. I'll have to mail some for you to use for your butt. Happy OnlyFansing.
Best of luck.
Anyway, Pseudo sending out the link, making sure we get people here. And we have some very fine random questions for you. Going over just randomness, current events, yada yada, yada yada.
Yada, 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 yada. Yada, 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 yada. When JR will arrive, we'll talk about...
Well, that's all right. I want to hear from our guests. How's your day going? Danielle, how's your day going?
Can you hold this?
That's what you get, Pseudo. You confiscated somebody's beverage, and that's what happens.
You just reminded me.
I literally just let it all go on my pants. Like, can you grab the keyboard? There you go. Like, I'd rather it on the pants than the floor.
It's cleanable. Not that I should say that, because, of course, I'm your prisoner, so you'd force me to clean it.
Beer for this episode.
Yeah, don't worry. That's only 16. You're good.
Ah, I see you, Danielle. She said her day's good.
If JR just picked up his headphones.
You just sat down and I just we went what? Try that. There you go.
Okay.
All right, you ready? Are we done with the
All right.
going? Are we good? Yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, I was keeping things rolling. You're the two awkward
Yeah, I was
men in
being
the
an
room.
awkward duck over here. I was quacking like a little.
He was, though, for real.
Danielle's having a good day.
Like, I was just trying to talk to them, and they're both like, I'm like, way to help.
The energy just
What?
came back in a room and 10 seconds later.
Anyway, so we have our questions tonight. Are we ready to get this
Ball of
show on the road?
Get this party started.
I'm gonna burp.
Get this party started?
We are.
Yeah, let's go.
All right. So this is question number 1. This is a question that rolled over from last week. So Pseudo's weird stand-in question was weird because he didn't know this was my question. Anyway, number 1,
All right.
What is your biggest guilty pleasure TV show or movie? That doesn't mean just one you like. That means like one you're embarrassed to like.
I know what Westy's is.
No, you don't.
Yeah, you want me to say?
Pornhub does not count as a movie or TV show.
What about Chatterbait?
Oh, man.
No, that's a live show, kind of like what we're doing right now.
Exactly. I was gonna say Legend of the Hidden Temples.
Ooh, that's nothing embarrassing. That's not embarrassing.
Miss Congeniality. I like that movie.
I mean, I like Pitch Perfect.
Hell yeah!
They're hot and all of them. I don't know.
Ah,
Which one's better?
Probably the second one.
the second one
second one
is
is
better.
The second one is
That's a consensus. You see that everywhere. Everybody likes Pitch Perfect too. Listen, every girl out there just DM'd you.
Oh, let me check.
Jared, what's your guilty pleasure movie?
Congeniality.
Oh, what I said, Miss Congeniality?
Yeah, that's what you said?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh. Well, then I'll switch. It is Pitch
yeah.
Black.
Oh, you can't.
I love Pitch Black. Don't even mess with me, dude.
I also like Clueless. I also like Clueless a lot.
So do I, actually.
Actually, we just showed our niece. She's a Clueless because she complains that she only gets to watch boy things. So we put on Clueless for her because we're like, you know what? The boys will probably watch this movie without complaint. Like, it's not a bad one. And this girl just played on her computer the whole time.
Wow. You should watch the girl from Scary Movie? The blonde chick?
Anna
She
Faris?
plays, yes, thank you. She plays Bunny, a movie called Bunny.
House Bunny?
What is it called? House Bunny, yeah.
Yeah, that was funny too.
Yeah, how's one of you?
Oh, you saw it. Never mind.
Like the Playgirl thing?
Yeah. Wasn't she like the sorority like house mom or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was funny.
It's funny.
Let's see. Guilty pleasure movies. I love the movie Married to the Mob.
Never seen it.
Oh my gosh, it's with Michelle Pfeiffer. And
Oh.
honestly, like she kind of falls for this undercover cop, but she's like associated with, she's married into the mafia. It's this whole thing. The movie is just, I'm not going to say it's a good movie. I just happen to love it. Like my brothers would audibly groan
Not gonna lie, I like
when they would see me watching it.
I like mob movies, like mob type
Yeah, but this was a rom-com. This wasn't a mob movie. This wasn't Michelle Pfeiffer and Scarface.
This is mob.
I said mob.
Alright, good. I just wanted to clarify.
Listen,
What are you
this was not.
over here? You clarifying shit like
This was not Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah.
This was not Michelle Pfeiffer and Scarface. This is Michelle Pfeiffer and Married to the Mob.
He's like, let me properly spell this one out.
I also like a movie called Strictly Ballroom, and yes, it's about ballroom dancing.
Jeez.
No.
Strictly
I was
ballroom.
gonna open my dictionary.
It's also not a good. It's like this weird Australian ballroom dancing movie, and I found out it's also one of my brother's guilty pleasure movies because when we were living together, I was watching it upstairs, he was watching it downstairs. We heard the stereo of it, and I just walked downstairs. I'm like, "Are you watching Strictly Ballroom?" He goes, "Yeah." I'm like, "Cool." I walk upstairs, I turn it off, walk back downstairs, and just sit on his couch with him.
Was it a good movie?
We like it. It's not a good movie. We just happen to like it. It's guilty pleasure, right? Like guilty pleasure movies, things
Guilty pleasure.
that you're like,
Embarrassed to admit.
sorry, but I like this. You know?
Yeah, like
You like it, Vinny?
I like Miss Congeniality.
See, I love Miss Congeniality, but I don't consider that guilty pleasure for me. It is for him.
Oh.
What's the other one I like?
Why
Mean
did it
Girls.
work
I
out
like
like
Mean Girls a lot.
The original.
Mean
Yeah,
Girls.
it's the
Yeah,
original.
Mean Girls.
I
Yeah.
never thought, like, I
The
don't-
original.
The
Don't
original's good.
offend me.
The original's amazing. It's better. It is lifetimes better. But the musical is, it's cool because it's
He hated it. Don't let him. I don't even know what front he's trying to put on right now. If he's going to hold me captive here, I'm going to speak the truth. He thought it was awful.
It was awful. But it was from New Jersey, so I want to support it.
It's the beer.
Okay.
It's the beer.
Just saying.
Oh man.
What about some of our viewers? What are your guilty pleasure movies?
Yeah.
Yeah, say it in the
And
comments.
Trippy E, Pornhub doesn't count.
I already said that.
I know. I just want to make sure it's clarified.
No, he just wanted to steal my joke and have people remember he said it last.
Now, if you could name a DVD from back in the day,
Oh, no. It wasn't a DVD. It was an old VHS tape that was kept in a football movie cover. Old football
What?
movie, like, dust cover.
So I didn't know you were a Pitch Black fan.
I love Pitch Black.
It
Yeah.
was good, yeah.
I'm obsessed. Like, my whole family is obsessed with that movie. We watched it a lot.
Wow.
yeah, they watched.
What do you like about it?
Monsters.
Nuts.
I know they're aliens, but...
My Sister's Keeper.
My Sister's Keeper.
My Sister's Keeper. Hey, Cheryl.
Never
Is that a Nicholas Sparks
never
one?
heard of that.
Is that a Nicholas
It's my
Sparks?
sister.
one?
I'm Googling it.
We all know how Nicholas Sparks books and stuff end.
Yeah, let me
My
see.
Sister's Keeper. Oh, okay. I see.
You got it?
I'm pulling it up. It has
Alright.
Cameron Diaz.
Cameron Diaz.
It,
Yo, focus is on.
okay. The author is actually Jodi Picoult. Just so we all know.
Colts.
Hmm.
Colts.
McCults?
Pickle.
McCults.
P.
Oh, McCults.
Yeah, you guys changed the P to a B as you keep going.
Spicoli.
Okay. It says drama, romance, melodrama, psychological thriller, psychological fiction. Conceived as a marrow donor for her gravely ill sister, Anna Fitzgerald has undergone countless surgeries and medical procedures in her short life.
Huh.
Though her older daughter's life has no doubt been prolonged, the unorthodox decision of Anna's parents has cracked the entire family's foundation. When Anna sues her parents for emancipation, it sets off a court case that threatens to destroy the family for good.
Damn.
Wait a minute. My Sister's Keeper. Was that in 2004? Based on a novel?
Yeah, it was based on a novel. It was 2000s, yeah.
Okay. Cameron Diaz. I didn't know.
Everything's based on something.
I mean,
What else are you gonna put?
movies are stories written first, yeah. Even if it was written...
I agree with White Chicks. I
Ashley
agree with
White Chicks. I love that one.
That's a guilty pleasure movie even for me. I like
Dude,
that movie.
oh my gosh.
Who doesn't like?
Make my way downtown.
Oh.
That's so funny. Westy and I both immediately went to the same part. Make my my way downtown,
When you think of that
talking
movie,
fast.
not what you think of.
That's immediately the scene we went to. Cheeseburger Eddie, right?
How does everybody not know that?
That's what he goes by, right?
Yeah.
Hilarious. I love white chicks. That's a good one. I also like the dance scene.
I thought that was a different movie though. I thought that was a different movie. Wasn't Cheeseburger Eddie for Longest Yard?
Yes, Cheeseburger Eddie is the longest yard, but that's how. But that's I don't know the actor's name. I know him as Cheeseburger Eddie. I don't know what you want from
You also
me.
know him as what is he when he's president? What's his name?
Oh, President Camacho.
Yep. President Camacho. That was his first role.
President Camacho.
No, it wasn't. Was it?
I think that was his first role.
Doubtful.
President Camacho. I bet you that's his first role.
You want to Google it?
His name was. Oh, his name. It's Terry Crews. I know his name. His name in Idiocracy was President Dwayne Elizondo Mountain Dew Herbert Camacho.
Wait, he was in Friday.
Yeah.
He was.
Yeah, it was up.
Yeah.
Terry Crews has been around. He's been around for a while.
All right, I was wrong.
I'm glad that you acknowledge your wrongness.
I was wrong. I acknowledged it before it was proven, so I don't have to deal with the repercussions.
You know, there's so many scenes. I just think it's funny because there's so many scenes from White Chicks that flashed through my head. And then I look at Westy and immediately we both just start singing and being Cheeseburger Eddie in the car.
What about Dirty Dancing?
Dirty Dancing.
Oh my gosh. I
Yo, Roadhouse.
love
Is Roadhouse
Dirty
one?
Dancing.
You're a guy and you like Roadhouse. Isn't it?
No, he rips somebody's throat out. It's
See, I always think of it as one because my mom used to love watching that.
yeah, because
Yeah, it was.
Listen.
It was good with.
My mom liked it because she liked looking at him.
every girl wants Patrick Swayze to rip somebody's throat out for her.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Patrick
My-
Swayze was
My
hot.
mom really liked Patrick Swayze. You could actually.
Patrick Swayze was hot.
Yeah, every girl liked him. I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. I loved Dirty Dancing. Dirty Dancing and Pretty Woman were like my chick flicks
Pretty
of
Woman.
choosing.
Yeah. My mom loves Pretty Woman.
See? Oh, Ashley, I see you. She said Corky Romano. I know that's a guilty pleasure movie for her because she showed me Corky Romano in college.
What about Footloose?
Footloose.
Yeah, it's one of those ones where we're supposed to like it, and I don't know how I feel about it.
Well, the original, not the.
I haven't seen the remake. I've only seen the original with Kevin Bacon. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, that was.
everything
Yeah,
nowadays,
it's-
Yeah, they remake everything. I haven't seen the remake.
The only remake I like better is the Ghostbusters with the girls.
That's a wait. No, I don't even have to say that's a lie. Everybody just knows it.
What?
What if your
Yeah.
guilty pleasure is just a really bad movie? Is that still a guilty pleasure? Does that count as a guilty pleasure movie?
Does-
'Cause it's bad.
Does Chud count?
Chubb would be
Who?
one. Yeah.
Chud.
What?
Can't-
Police Academy.
Police Academy. Who put that up?
That's not bad. Where do you see that? Scroll down.
No. I'm just saying.
Oh, but I like we were all looking in the comments like, who said that one?
Oh.
That was loud.
Yeah, no, Police Academy is good.
You're like, fuck.
You literally watched that happen to Pseudo and thought that wouldn't happen to you.
Yeah, he shook up the
No.
He shook up the beverages as he brought them in and thought that they wouldn't pop.
They popped on Pseudo, popped on him. How does it?
Wow.
Did it get on the floor?
They got me right there.
Okay.
I didn't even touch your couch.
I let it.
God only knows.
What are you listening to?
Oh, you could hear that.
Yeah,
Hello?
We could hear that.
he's on.
Can you put it over?
Oh.
Can you put it over the fence?
Guys, just imagine what he's
Yeah,
talking
just
about.
put it
right
over
now.
the fence.
I was imagining a baby.
I was imagining baby. I was imagining a box full of puppies.
I was imagining chicks.
Chicks.
A basket
The
full
bl-
of dudes.
Yeah, the black door. Yeah, black gates.
Geese?
With a little curtain out there.
A basket
Oh
full of
no.
ducklings.
This is
Ducklings.
This is definitely a baby. It's the black curtains.
By the trash.
Definitely a baby.
Okay.
Definitely a baby right now.
Yeah,
Okay, if you put it on top of that trash thing, it's fine.
definitely a baby.
Definitely a baby.
And just take a picture, I guess. I don't know if you can.
Oh, yeah, we need.
DoorDash you a baby?
Gosh, we need. We need evidence that the baby was disposed of.
I hope that baby tastes good.
I hope the baby doesn't go in the dumpster too long.
No, no, it was my Amazon package.
Oh, that's what they call
Oh,
it these days.
yeah.
You get an Amazon package in the middle of the
8:30 on a Thursday.
Yeah,
at 8:30 on a
Yeah.
Thursday, as they're saying.
yeah.
That's when
my package was-
That's when the storks come and they drop the baby straight in the trash.
That's just wrong, man.
You know, just put it right.
Well, no, because we could hear you, but you couldn't hear us. And Pseudo's like, I'm just imagining what he's talking about. I was like, don't even get me started. I already thought it was a baby. And he goes, I also thought it was a baby.
The stork only drops the baby in the trash because it looks like it's the same amount of opening as the chimney. So.
Oh, yeah, it's very confusing. I could see that. Don't.
Oh man.
I saw Pseudo's face.
All right, I'll stop.
And he was going to say something about the size of some other holes.
Yeah. I mean, it's easily confusable. Like maybe a well.
You couldn't help yourself, could you?
You guys can think of any other holes that look similar?
Oh my god.
I know that we're really pushing for the holes here. Mine shaft.
Alright, guys. We got derailed. We were supposed to be talking about guilty pleasures. Now we're talking about dropping babies and
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought we were talking about guilty pleasures.
Oh, yes.
Oh. Anyway, were we ready for our second question of the night?
Oh, I thought that was our second question.
Our second question was, what are you talking about?
No, we were talking about guilty pleasure movies. You took a phone call, you came back, and we were just going on.
I'm lost. Never mind.
Yeah, don't be found.
Yeah, you didn't. Anyway. Oh, I see you. A Renee Amanda says Westy.
Hey, man. What's up?
He said, hey. Hey. I'm going to put the mic back in his face.
Were you eating cake over there?
Yeah, and then he wants me to
Yeah,
talk
okay,
as my
alright.
mouth is full, but like, come on, like,
But he wants to keep his mouth full.
yeah, I was trying to eat that. Like,
He's trying to enjoy the sweet treats that I was forced to make this
fucking delicious. That's all I'm
evening.
saying. Like,
Thank you.
I'm gonna
no,
eat
thank
mine.
you.
I'm going to
Thank
eat
you for
mine while I
making-
make him wait.
Appreciate it.
Hey, Westy, you wanna see what I
It was tie-dye. I knew that Trippy did something weird with the cake, so I made a tie-dye cake in honor of Trippy because it was tripped out.
Oh, does he know?
Yeah.
He
doesn't
should.
know. He can't
Anyway,
talk for himself anymore.
If you don't know,
now he knows.
bro.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, question number 2, folks.
All right, Westy, what's your answer?
He's like, wait a minute.
All right.
Here, let me take a bite while you answer this. Okay.
Question number 2. Have you heard about the unconventional prison system in El Salvador and its impact?
Yo, yes.
Something about it.
Yes, I have.
Hold on,
I
before
haven't.
I'm not going to go into it. but
before
it's beautiful.
hold on.
Time
Never
out.
mind.
Time out.
Never mind. My next follow-up was going to say, what's your expectation of it? And then you already said it. You already said it's beautiful, so never mind.
Oh, I was going to hold off.
You didn't.
I didn't. Okay. All right. Well, JR, what was your expectation of it?
Horrible.
Westy?
Of what?
Have you heard about the unconventional prison system in El Salvador and its impact?
I feel like
No.
I feel like it's probably doing its job, but in the wrong way. I don't know. It seems like a serious question. I don't know.
You feel like it's doing its job, but in the wrong way.
I feel like that keeps the criminals off the streets.
Okay.
Well, this is something that came from Pseudo. So Pseudo, why don't you explain it?
Okay.
Hey, it's a prison question, and it didn't stem from me. Just
Yeah.
saying.
All right. So I'm not really good at explaining these, so I'm going to paraphrase it how I do.
I might have to correct you then.
Okay. She'll be my correction in the back of the room.
Let her
All
take
right.
a drink first.
So there's
Let her take a drink. Hold on.
in El Salvador, it was one of the worst countries to live in the world, and they were having gang problems.
It was the most dangerous country in the most dangerous country to visit, flat out.
Really?
And the gangs were taking over the prisons and stuff. So there was a new president that was elected. He ordered in the military to attack. May not be the most conventional way of doing it, but he ordered the military to come in. They went into war with the gangs. And now the prisons are set up where the prisoners teach each other things and work 24/7 with 6 hours of sleep. No, 8 hours of sleep.
You really made this sound awful.
It works very beautifully. You explain it.
All right. Yeah, it's a civilization. Yes, Westy. Yes. So what actually happened is the gangs were pretty much running the country. Like it was like the murder. People were getting murdered all the time. And what happened is even when the gang members were getting arrested because of contact, corruption, they were still able to run things or do things while they were incarcerated. So it wasn't the gangs took over the prison. No, it was like that they were still able to essentially function though, right? So the president was elected in, and he said he and his cabinet were thrown. They did not expect that. And they had this phase project to pretty much saying if we want to build up our country, the first thing we need is peace. So they started implementing this slowly. And what happened is because they were implementing it slowly, the gangs attacked them. And they killed a whole bunch of, members, people in the government, this and that. And he said, I forget the exact number, but he said the equivalent would be as if there were 5,000 murders in the United States in 3 days. That's how many people the gangs killed based on their population. So they felt they had to roll out their whole plan immediately. And then, yes, they did dispatch the military. Within 2 weeks, not all gang members were arrested, but they were on the run. So they were able to establish peace. Now, what he did is in the prison system, if you had like this severely violent crime, like you're a lifelong gangbanger, like there is a prison you're going to, you're not seeing the light of day, right? But the prison that Pseudo's talking about is Westy, it's a civilization. You get 8 hours of sleep.
It runs itself.
Yeah, you get 8 hours of sleep. 1 hour of leisure. You could watch an approved movie or sports, but otherwise, the other hours of your day are either in school or at a job. And so they will teach you to sew textiles, but they're making the uniforms for themselves. They'll teach you to build a desk, but those desks are for schools in the country. They'll teach you how to be a plumber. They'll teach you how to do all these things so that once you are released, you could go out and get a job, and people are hiring them.
So pretty much
Yeah.
pretty much you're saying you gotta get arrested to learn and detained and whatnot, and put in prison in order to learn a skill that is worth doing life things with. Like, why
No.
aren't they doing that in school? Like, come on.
School systems, I think they are free.
Oh, all right. Well, that's still.
They're just making sure that when you go to prison, instead of putting you in prison and putting you behind bars, they're making sure that when you leave, you don't do the same thing again because you're putting it back in a worse position.
I understand what they're doing.
They're trying to make it so where there's less recidivism.
What was that word?
Recidivism.
What was that word? Try again.
Recidivism.
Recidivism.
There's
Pseudo,
less
pick up your beer.
Recidivism.
Okay.
It's a
Recidivism.
hard word. It's a hard word.
Can you say it?
Recidivism.
No.
Recidivism?
So, Westy, they do teach it in schools, but you're talking about people being arrested.
How do you say it? Recidivism?
Here, Westy will say it.
Recidivism.
You got it.
You're
Wow.
welcome.
Right. So they are teaching this stuff in
Wow.
schools. So are you? But is it that you're annoyed that they're teaching it to the prisoners?
No. It's not annoying that the teaching in the prison is like, why is it like, they're teaching to the prisoners as in the fact as in like they did something they don't know, so like they were never given that opportunity beforehand, so they're doing that to them in prison.
No.
Wait. Who's teaching them?
That's
Did
an.
you recognize who's teaching them?
The prisoners are teaching.
Yeah, no, that's an. Yeah.
So if a doctor goes in there, he teaches medical stuff while he's in there.
Yeah, no, you're making an assumption that they weren't, that this wasn't an opportunity beforehand.
True.
No one's saying that it was, but you have to remember how riddled the country was with gangs, how violent and how dangerous it was.
Yeah.
So the gangs
So
are learning you.
no, a lot of the more dangerous gang members are in a completely different prison. Like they're never seeing the light of day again. But people who maybe had a problem with drugs. And, that goes hand in hand with gang affiliations sometimes. People who had difficulties with that, or maybe they got in a fight or anything like that and they end up in jail. Pretty much just rehabilitates them. But that includes people who are professionals already. So there are people who are doctors and they're teaching medical. There's people who had a trade. They were a plumber. They're teaching plumbing. So that's what they're doing for 8 hours of the day. Somebody's learning how to be a plumber. They're teaching it. They have a college within the university as well.
It's also, as A. Renee's saying, it's giving them a sense of pride and feeling like they are productive. So it's really
yes,
cool.
100%. Yeah.
So why don't we do that here in the States?
Ooh, you're asking the beautiful $1 billion question here.
By the way, there is YouTube videos on this. I'm not telling you to go to it right now, but afterwards look it up. But
beautiful question, JR. The reason why is because people get mad. People think, if you are in jail, why should we do this for you? Why should we reward you? You're supposed to be getting punished. Why should you get to go to college for free when I had to pay to go to college? People do that without thinking, hey, it reduces rates of violent crime by giving these people a skill to learn so that they have a trade upon release.
Sometimes sharing the pie is actually beneficial.
I was just saying, and if they're doing it for themselves, the ones that are already in there, for the other people that are in there, like
they're learning another way to use their skills.
It's not affecting us or it's not impacted by us, and it's not impacting us at all. So what's the matter, right?
I mean, ultimately, how El Salvador set it up is like the prison is running itself. So from a financial standpoint, like they're learning how to build buildings, right? So what they're doing is they're building infrastructure in El Salvador. So somebody gets out, now they're part of a construction company and they're building this building, or they built these desks for the schools. That's money they're not giving to somebody else. So that money that's saved could go to, towards running this. They're growing their own food. They have a farm.
That's
and they got
awesome.
cows, and they slap those cows. They just walk up, pow, pow.
Wow. Well, that's what I'm saying. If we
Why
did
don't
that
they
in
tip
the
them?
States, we would minimize crime. We would give them a sense of redirecting their intentions to do something positive and feel like they're a part of something.
Yeah. Like Renee's saying, she said, because at our prisons are not about rehabilitation and fixing. It's punishment, which makes them likely to end up back there. 100%. Yeah. And she said right above it, sounds closer to almost rehabilitating than punishment, which is exactly what we're supposed to be doing. Now, what's cooler is when you do your time at this prison, they have a prison that you could step down to, but you have to work towards it. And that's where you actually practice implementing the skills that you learned. And it's pretty much something that could go on your resume so you could get hired.
Wow.
Now,
That's awesome.
here's the kicker. Do you want to give them the kicker?
No, you can give them the kicker.
Do you know the kicker I'm talking about?
Yes.
Yeah, you do it. I've been talking.
No, you do it. You do it. I like that you're going to do it. You deserve it.
Because I'm so big. I'm really big on prison reform, actually. And this isn't even my question. This is Suda's. Okay, so El Salvador went from one of the most dangerous countries in the world to the safest country in the Western Hemisphere.
Safer
Wow.
than America.
In
Holy crap.
Than America.
in 3 years.
From the worst to safer than
El Salvador is
than
safer.
Mexico.
El Salvador
Actually,
is safer than. No, it's not. El Salvador is safer than our country's capital.
That's insane. That's insane, and that's embarrassing.
Yep.
I mean, come on.
It's
I mean, I'm guessing he probably was able to do some things that we would never be able to do, like, hey, sticking the military on the gangs.
Yeah. I mean,
No, but it kind of sheds the light on a lot of things. I mean, think about it. Why, if another country like El Salvador could do it, why can't we? And I know you
have
guys
to,
answered that,
you have
but
to
at the same
sacrifice.
time,
You have to
yeah, but at the
sacrifice
same
a lot to
time,
set it up, and
No, I'm pretty sure, I think this president put it in place, and realistically, if he doesn't get voted back in, look at the legacy he's leaving behind.
yeah,
He's created
yeah.
a roadmap for people.
yeah, he created
Well,
the
not
road.
only that, for the whole world.
Beautiful.
It was his
Yes,
idea,
the whole world.
He
Yes.
created the
though? It was his idea though. Like,
Well, I'm sure it's him and his cabinet, like,
alright, so
it's all about, like, you and the cabinet that you build around you, right?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah,
with
I understand.
You're right, but, like, if I sat there and talked to the president and this was my idea and I gave it to him and he implemented it, he's getting the glory, not me. But am I going to sit here and squabble? I'm excited because it's being done.
no, but not only that. It's the fact that he's leading the way to show people, look, I've tested it, it works, and you see the stats. There's no crime.
No.
It's
I mean,
reduced.
now,
What did they have to lose? They were one of the most dangerous countries. Why not?
I will say there might come issues down the line with it. If you really think long term, there might come issues where the government's more likely to put people in jail faster, and it creates issues with that. And maybe
He just has to be devil's advocate.
I'm playing devil's advocate.
Well,
It lowers-
what
it
about
lowers
that?
the
What
quality-
about that would
It might
justify
lower
the
the quality of the
government
degree.
putting it down more?
I can't.
Go.
It might lower the quality of the degree that you get from a college because it might be better to get the degree from there.
You don't know that.
What would justify your assumption that the government might possibly start putting more people or less people in jail? Which,
No, more.
More. All right. Why would they do more? Just to
Because these
give out
people
the
are
free
creating-
education more? Like why would they wouldn't promote
These
that?
people in jail are creating their desks, creating their outfits. They're the ones who are doing the jobs. If the workforce starts to dry up, you replace the workforce. Now, there could be an issue with that. With power comes great responsibility. Spider-Man.
Well,
Yeah.
I had a question. Well, more like a statement. The voice in the back of the room, since you're in that field of psychology,
Yeah.
would doing all of this, a lot of times, I don't know if you notice this with your clients, do you feel that coming from their point of view, that a lot of times the reason they act this way is because they feel like they're not loved or wanted or a part of something?
Well, I mean, there's a lot in their histories, like varying factors, but I'll tell you, a lot of them feel like there's no way out of their situation.
So think about it.
Like,
If there
I'm working with
was-
people. I work with people on parole a lot, and then they're just like, "There's no way out." Like, it's just this
But if-
over and over and over again. I can't find a place to live because I can't afford it, and I can't afford it because I can't find a job, or I can't get a place to live because I've had a drug history in my past. So if you have a drug history, like I don't know how it is everywhere, but I know in New Jersey, for example, if you have a drug charge, you cannot get housing assistance.
Damn.
Damn. So then we have to change the system or modify it.
You cut out.
No, I said we have to change or modify the system because it's not redirecting these clients to
Yeah.
understand that. What?
No, I'm talking to Caitlin, not you.
I didn't know what you wanted. That meant nothing to me.
No, that because I'm hearing what you're saying. They feel like they're in a hopeless situation. So why not do the same thing like El Salvador?
Oh, I will tell you why. Because the general public won't want to hear the research or the actual facts. They believe they want their feelings and what they know is right based on their feelings. So your government isn't going to do something that's going to prevent them from getting voted back in.
Yeah.
Wow.
Caitlin, can you turn up the mics a little bit? I don't know. Some people are telling us it's too loud. Some people are telling us it's too low.
Or food stamps.
Yeah, for drug charges. Yep. I don't know if I'm doing this right, pseudo.
Move it to the right a little bit.
So then
The
relocate
knobs
them.
with the lines.
Yeah, I know. It's just your camera was there and everything. Yeah. So anyway, El Salvador's doing beautifully,
Yep.
and yeah, there's a lot why we won't do it. But they actually even said, like, somebody was there. He said they interviewed people who are like, I was here before this was implemented and after, and it's so much safer. It's amazing. I'm learning something. I feel like I could do something. I'm planning on going to the college. Or you have people who are there and they're like, I've learned how to deal with my emotions here.
So then why don't we? Oh, go ahead. Wesley.
No, you go ahead. I have no.
No, I was saying, why don't a billionaire go create something in the middle of the United States, which is an open plain, and create like a utopia where they can house these drug people who feel like, it's a hopeless situation, give them an option and call it,
something
like
like that.
a new utopia.
I feel like something like that. If like a billionaire just opened up a giant plot of land and said, "Come be free and reconcile yourself," I feel like that'd be like some sort of cult thing or whatever.
I've always wanted to build a
That's the
cult.
only person I see that stuff. What?
I don't know. I think everybody puts a label to stuff.
I said I've always wanted to build a cult.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you guys hit the lottery, you guys are gonna start calling out in Wisconsin?
It depends. Do you know how to dress? And no one else is going to get this joke but pseudo.
Yeah.
Do you know how to dress a deer?
I just left.
Oh, wow.
Like a hyena.
I'm sorry. That was definitely an inside joke that no one's going to get.
That was an inside joke that I heard it one time, I think, but I don't remember.
Alright.
Because you don't become a millionaire by helping people. She's right.
Mm.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. But they actually say the rates of depression in the prison system in El Salvador is actually really low because of it as well. Because it's not just tons of downtime where you're just doing nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't think you become a millionaire? You only become a millionaire by
Rolling over to vulnerable.
yeah.
I mean, sometimes yes.
Yeah.
I mean, most of the time yes. Sometimes you get it from your daddy or mommy.
Sometimes you get it by being a Nepo baby, is what he's saying.
Yeah. Sometimes you get it that way.
Sometimes your daddy just buys
And that doesn't necessarily make you a bad person. So
It's not always that, but it is. I think she's, she's saying that the people in charge, I think she's talking about,
well, yeah. With great power comes great injustice.
Yeah. But I mean, it does. It takes sacrifice. It takes money. It takes investment. But yeah, the rates of depression in their prison system is also so low. It's absolutely beautiful. Pseudo and I watched a whole video about it, and of course he had it on because he's like, this is something that my hostage will love because he is a very thoughtful captor.
What are you laughing at?
No, what the voice in the back room said.
They Pseudo and Westy were having a sidebar.
Yeah, we had a sidebar. At the sidebar. Cheers. By far.
Well, if you like her to repeat it, but
I don't know. I think that could be just between you and me and the rest of the world.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to watch it back. I'm gonna have to replay this. Damn.
Wah.
Appreciate it though.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just loved it because, when Pseudo said it's beautiful, I'm like, annoying. I wanted to ask the question of what the expectation is because I knew that people's expectations were going to be to assume bad. And it was actually something that was really positive and good.
Yeah, it was. It was actually really good.
yes, I agree.
Anyway, any last thoughts on it?
Wesley, you have a thought on it? Ecuador.
El Salvador?
El Salvador.
2 different countries.
Different country.
She
You
got
threw
it.
me off. I don't know where we're at right now. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You lost me, man. I'm not sure. What I gotta say?
That's all he's gonna say about it.
Are you intentionally trying to be awkward?
Yeah, I am. I'm being really
All
awkward
right.
now.
Yeah, I hate. I hate. It's not. I hate it. We're moving on. Anyway, are we ready? Are we
Yes.
ready for question number 3?
3.
Yes.
Three.
Have you heard about the Ukrainian model who went missing in Dubai?
Dubai.
She said bye bye.
Or did he say, I do buy?
Almost, but not quite.
Did he say, I do buy?
Almost, but not quite. So I'm guessing the answer's no.
No.
Well, they found her. So
Making that noise.
she's a 20-year-old Ukrainian model who went to Dubai because she had a meeting with
She had a meeting with?
Sorry, that was for Westy.
No, it's fine.
Delayed.
She had a meeting with like apparently some model scouts, but she's like an OnlyFans model.
Model Scouts. Are they like Girl Scouts?
Right. Wait, no.
They
So
sell
okay.
OnlyFans.
They found her. Now, they found her dumped on the side of the road with a broken spine and broken limbs.
Oh.
Was she alive?
What was the question?
Was she alive?
Yes, she's alive. It's not a dumb question.
Oh.
So the government's official statement is she fell from a building, like something that was being built. Oh, she was at a party and then she went and she fell for a building. Thank you. That's my thing. So her family is refuting that because she went missing for 10 days before being found on the side of the road with a broken spine and broken limbs. And they're saying, oh, she was at this party and our official report is she fell from a tall structure and that's what happened. I'm like, so she fell from a tall structure, you kept her for 10 days and just threw her on the side of the road? Like, no, that had to, for her to be found alive and expected to recover, that had to have been, pretty quick she was
I
found.
can't wait for the Netflix movie on this.
So her family's fighting the government's assessment of it.
No, because they lied.
I think that's the name of the movie. They lied. That's the name of the movie.
I mean, we all know what somebody wants an OnlyFans model to meet up with them for. So
Yeah.
Exactly.
Or you can name the movie, if it's on Lifetime, you can name it OnlyFans. What a space.
cricket. Anyway, but yeah, exactly, JR. I agree that I think that I did. Westy, it's like, yeah, that's why they found her dumped on the side of the road. If she fell from a tall structure, why are you dumping the body?
Oh.
Exactly.
Well,
That's
the
why-
cops
that's why
the
I
cops
said that.
found her 4 days earlier, but they couldn't pay for her OnlyFans, so they just got a live look. And then they dumped her.
How
Hence,
crazy?
all the bones are broken because they had to.
How crazy is that though? She's expected to recover.
Good for her, but
Whoa.
that's gonna take a while.
And she got some stories to tell.
That's gonna be a lot.
I
of
bet
work
you
and
she
a lot of
does.
shit to do right there.
Yeah,
She's
her
got some stories to tell.
her mom is with her in the hospital, so if I were her mom, I wouldn't be leaving her side, not even to shower, because I'd be like, if she wakes up and she knows something, and that that goes against the official story, like I wouldn't trust that she was safe.
Anyone?
Agree.
No one.
That's fucking shit.
I think the mother needs to watch who's bringing her medication to the room and,
Yeah, I would be too.
who's the nurse.
Who's the nurse?
Yeah, I would be so paranoid if that was my kid. Yeah.
Wow.
Keep a vigilance. Settle with vigilance, whatever it's called.
I wanted to bring it in because I was reading the article and like the government's official story is that she fell from a tall structure. I was like, but she was missing for 10 days and
I
they
got a
found her
question.
dumped on the side of the road. So I'm glad that both of you immediately were like, what? That makes no sense.
Wait, I know this probably didn't happen, but what if she didn't have her 12-step sticker that day and she ran into Batman?
I actually meant to say that El Salvador actually got safer because they hired more Batmen.
Wait,
Wow.
They hired it, or more people are impersonating him.
Westy wasn't here last week.
Yeah, he wasn't here last week.
I wasn't here last week. Last week I wasn't here.
Anyway,
Batman. Pow. Wow.
I'm gonna see if I could show you a picture of. I'm gonna see if I could show you a picture of them.
Wow.
I'm gonna see if I can show you a picture of the model on this camera.
What?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
There's actually one of her holding her boobs. We could pull that up too.
Okay, here. I gotta. I'm gonna pull that one up on my.
Yeah, we're gonna show the one of her holding her boobs. Hold on.
I swear, it must have been someone in Dubai or a group in Dubai that did this.
Yeah, she was meeting with 2 people, from the modeling agency or whatever. Is it
Yeah,
gone?
because she falls off the. Wait a minute. She falls off the roof of a new construction building.
That's the claim.
What are you doing?
Who pushed her
There you
could
go,
have
it's there.
been
That was the
the
normal one.
people. And
Here she
instead
is.
of
Here she is.
putting-
Here she is holding her boob.
1 minute. I got it. I'll show you.
Fucking-
I am
fucking-
so
What
sorry.
did you just
guys.
do?
I'm pulling it up right now.
There it is.
Be careful out there being an OnlyFans.
And he has cake.
No. That's
yeah.
just that just happened to be playing.
Oh yeah.
All right. We're done. We're done with seeing her hold her boobs.
Yeah, we can turn it off.
I don't know how to stop sharing.
Just hit the X.
Now, if you think I was kidding, I actually wasn't. There is a photo of her holding her boobs. But
Oh, wow.
I wanted.
She was.
I thought it was funny to put Eddie up there.
Yeah.
It just
No,
took
but
it took him too long for my joke to be funny.
Yeah, because I closed all the extra tabs so we could stop freezing.
Do you think they pushed her off? She fell, broke her spine and everything, and they kept her like that for 10 days?
I don't know.
and-
Maybe they're into real kinky shit.
Maybe she had to climb out of a hole that was really tiny and she had to break all her bones to get out.
Maybe they put her on one of those contraptions where they have people on all 4 sides pulling you.
I think she got
Ooh,
pushed
but
off
here-
the back of a jet ski, and she skidded across the water like a rock being skipped, and she ran into a jetty. And by the time they picked her up, and they just dragged her out. They didn't want to bring her to the hospital. They just put her in the back of the car.
So, Westy, where were you around the time this model went missing?
Maybe.
Were you in Dubai?
Hold on, because I was there with fire.
Hey, Renee said, why does he send so many boob pics?
Fire, I'm not involved.
Hey, Renee, I actually baked a cake because I knew he sent that one today.
Yeah, we were prepared. That cake was baked today. That was really loud and awkward.
Anyway,
Yeah, that was.
so I wanted to bring that one in because I was just like, my first thought was, she did not fall. And maybe she fell from something or was pushed from something, but she was missing for 10 days. So I'm like, what happened those 10 days before that?
Maybe she thought she could fly.
Exactly.
She was missing for 10 days. She didn't think she could fly 10 days before she was found, and then she survived with a snapped spine.
How high
The
do you gotta
guy
go to
on
fall
meth.
for 10 days?
The guy on meth survived 3 days after getting eaten by an alligator.
His
And-
arm, his spine wasn't snapped in half along with multiple other limbs.
That's true. He still walks.
The guy that got hit by a cougar in Utah or something, right? He's like he chewed his arm off because the rock fell on it or something. No, he didn't get hit by a cougar. Not that
It
guy.
wasn't a cougar. Are you talking about 27 hours?
Maybe.
The rock climber and the boulder fell in his arm? Yeah, there was no cougar eating him. I mean, I didn't watch the movie.
It's a different movie that's involved.
I'm sure there's movies where somebody's
Uh,
trapped and cougars are attacking.
So what happened? The boulder fell in his arm, and what did he do?
You never seen the movie?
He ate his arm off.
All right,
No.
everyone. This week we're giving everyone.
I do not know. I am not watching 27
Go
hours.
home and Google the story of 127 hours and look up some pictures. You don't even have to watch. Just
Okay.
Google it and look up some pictures. We'll talk about that.
All right.
I was like, yeah, I'm not watching that movie. I don't got time for that.
It's weird. It's weird. It's where
Apologies.
guy eats his arm off. Well, doesn't eat his arm off. Cuts his arm off to get out of a rock.
No, you
I would
choose it off, but yeah.
choose it off.
Zombie stuff.
Imagine truth to the
Oh, man.
I literally was just thinking about this. No, because the bone's broken, but you are definitely getting splinters that you have to spit out. And I think how chewy the ligaments are. Like, you never thought until you had to chew your own arm off to survive that you would understand how chewy human ligaments are and tendons. Pork.
It tastes like pork.
I definitely
That's
think human tastes like pork.
confidently.
Like it tastes like straight up raw pork.
Well, listen, when you learn how to tattoo, you learn how to you could learn how to tattoo on pig skin because it's the most like human skin. And fat content, intelligence levels, pigs are very smart. I definitely think, we can make some pork crackling out of our skin and just some pulled pork out of our ass.
I don't know where the ass came
Human bacon. Well, where do you think like ham comes from?
from.
Yeah, I know.
Pork butt.
What?
But yeah, you've eaten pork butt.
Ham is pork butt.
Ham is pork anus.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, you're eating the ass.
Ham is pork anus. I heard.
Well, thanks a lot.
In the words
I'm
of
done
Vern,
with
I like ham, so I'll still eat it. Whatever.
Fuck him.
What do you think bacon is?
I don't even eat bacon.
All right, voice in the back of the room. Let's leave the bacon alone.
Ass.
Ass.
In the words of Vern, ass, 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 ass.
Next time you eating that,
Right.
Yeah, where you at,
next time
Dar-
you eating
yeah,
some
where
ass.
Where you at, Dark Flow Media? We need to hear you say ass, 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 ass.
Ass.
Anyway,
Wow.
I
but
was eating pork ass.
oh, I just realized that Westy didn't have the microphone, so all you heard was me having a private conversation with Westy about how chewy human tendons and ligaments are probably. And he said, "What do you think they taste like?" And I so confidently said pork. That you probably only heard me.
Sorry.
That's funny. I'm sorry. Everybody's like, okay, I know she's talking about eating human, but like she's talking to herself. Anyway.
They can see me and hear you. They can put two and two. They're not stupid.
They ain't stepping.
I didn't tell what I said.
A. Renee's co-signing
Not what I
Caitlin
said.
over here and her tattooing thing.
She said, be so similar to human skin, but maybe that's an old wives' tale. Maybe, A. Renee. I guess you and I will just have to go ahead and try human to find out.
Okay.
About that.
I hear that there's it's
We
very.
are in the apocalypse. Just come here and hop on our stove.
If you want to eat,
No kidding.
if you want to try to eat human, I hear it's.
Come here, you'll be safe.
If you want to eat human, I hear it's very easy to pose as a model contractor and to get OnlyFans models to visit you from out of the country.
With all those bones she
What?
broke, she was probably donating some marrow.
Oh my god.
Anyway, I brought up the story because I think that the official statement is complete bullshit. I agree with her mom.
I agree too.
Yeah. I don't agree.
You just have to be difficult.
No, I agree. It's definitely bullshit.
Yeah, it's definitely bullshit. All of us are like, all right, Dubai. All right. Who did this to her? Who did this to her that is being
Is it bullshit?
protected?
Yeah.
Say bullshit.
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 Yeah.
Are you telling me bullshit? Or you...
I feel like he is being a cheerleader. When I say bull, you say shit.
When I
Bullshit.
say bull,
Bullshit.
you say shit. Bull.
Right.
Fuck you. Bull.
Shit.
Bull.
Shit.
Bull. The last one was finally correct.
All right. Anyway, moving on. I didn't think that would be a long conversation, but I wanted you all to hear about the bullshit that was being spewed.
Yeah, it was pure bullshit.
It is pure bullshit.
Bullshit.
Anyway, I'm coming up to our next question. Question number 4. This one comes from Mr. JR.
Oh, JR.
Oh,
Oh, you okay?
JR sent me a list of 8 things that are illegal to dispose of in the garbage system in New York. What do you think they are?
Oh, JR, do you have a guess?
He sent me them.
No, I didn't.
He did read
I
it.
said-
I know he did. He read it
I didn't read that one.
That's
But
what
I knew the voice in the back of the room would love it.
I do love it.
So,
So
what's one of the?
I don't know. What are some guesses?
Go ahead.
No, you guess. You guess first. You said the article. I'm gonna say a yard flamingo.
Oh, this is what we're talking about.
Weed whacker.
Weed whack. What's your guess?
All right. Well, I want you to know that they did not list bodies.
No. You gotta guess one. Guess something.
We're talking about the 8 items that are legal to throw away in the garbage in New York.
Needles.
Ooh, needles. Okay. So let's
I'm
start.
going with yard flamingo.
So let's start here. One
Can I
body.
get a hint?
Bodies was not on the list.
Okay, so
Okay.
needles aren't on the list.
Now, I want you to know I mentioned this article to Westy the other day without mentioning what the items were, but I looked at him and I said, I'm very disappointed that bodies weren't listed. And he looked at me. Do you remember what you told me?
I don't remember exactly, but I do remember this conversation. That's all I keep looking at.
He told me, and he said, why would you dispose of the bodies in the garbage? Those go down the garbage disposal. Those go in the food disposal. Like, it was the most obvious thing in the world. He goes, well, yeah, those go in the garbage disposal. Like that.
Well, only because the food disposal chops it up as it goes down, and then it makes it easier for the caterers in the sewer to eat. You know what I'm saying?
This is exactly what he said. He goes, would go in the garbage disposal, and then the alligators that live in the sewer have something to eat.
So, do you know who Ed Kemper is?
No.
Ed Kemper tried to kill his mom.
Tried to?
Well, he did kill his mom. And he cut her tongue off. And he
What?
put it in the food process, not the food process, sorry, the garbage disposal, and it kept spitting out.
He said even in her death, she kept talking back to him.
It kept spitting out the tongue at him.
Well, let's not talk about what else he did with her head, shall we?
Yeah, but
Well,
that
that's
part's the
her
funny
mom,
part.
dude.
You
That's
can look
her
it up.
mom.
There's interviews where
He was trying to
talking
shut her
You
up.
can find it on YouTube. Like full interviews of him talking with the
She's dead.
FBI and all that. Super interesting.
Oh, the co-ed killer, favorite serial killer. Anyway,
Ed Kemper.
What is it called?
Ed Kemper.
the co-ed killer.
That's the guy's name.
The co-ed killer. Okay.
Yeah, you should watch it. There's like interviews with him and stuff that you can watch on.
Yeah, it's
YouTube.
creepy. And he actually pretty much turned himself in. And then they were like, well, what if you got out? This is not, he goes, I could never be let out. I would just kill again. Like, he's just so, like, matter of fact about it. Like, I
And he's a
do not.
big
He pretty much
guy.
was like, I do not belong out of jail.
But he did use the garbage disposal. How Westy says to use it, but the tongue kept coming back out.
And he said even in her death, she kept talking shit to him.
Wow.
Anyway, so the 8 items that are illegal to throw away in the garbage in New York. So I just wanted everyone to know if you have a body, it's not illegal to throw it away in New York. Okay?
It's not
Number 1 item, paint.
paint.
Paint. It doesn't give explanations. It's a list.
Oh, it's just paint. Okay.
Yeah, 'cause it's part of a list.
There's no reason behind it.
It's part of a list, dude.
Oh,
Okay.
wow. Look at it here.
Number 2, old tires.
You can't throw out old tires in New York.
No.
No,
What?
No, you can throw them out. You just can't throw them down the
No, you can't throw them
the
out.
food garbage disposal.
No, you
right?
can't put them in the garbage.
Oh, damn it! All right.
All right, what's
You
next
can't?
No, old tires. Paint.
They're recyclable.
Paint,
tires.
old tires. Number
Sponges.
3.
So,
What's the question?
You don't have an answer. All right.
Sorry, it sounded like he was going to say something, so I was like, number 3,
No.
lead acid battery.
well, yeah.
Lead
Oh,
acid.
yeah, that makes sense.
Lead acid. No
Yeah.
lead
You
acid.
can't throw out that AC/DC.
Yeah, you don't want radioactive rats.
Number 4,
You
prescription
already have 'em.
prescription drugs.
Okay, that makes sense. Flush
Yeah.
them. Get the fishies.
Even flushing them is a problem.
I know. It
No,
gets
but
the
then
fishies
they
high.
dissolve in the water.
It dissolves in the water, yeah.
Yeah.
And then the fishies get high.
And then the water gets put back in, and once the drugs dissolve in the water, then the water gets thrown back into our reservoirs.
Yeah.
So it's perfect.
Oh.
Yeah.
Fucking perfect.
Yeah. So actually, they talk a lot about this. Like, there's a lot of talk about like.
drugs 2 times.
There's a lot of talk about this. Like, they're talking a lot about like the topical flea and tick medications for animals, like washing off of them into our water system, and then that water's like killing like different like organisms in nature and such. Like, there's a lot.
We're pissed too. Like everything we put in our body comes out of our piss. I can't wait to see what the liquid IV is be doing to the fish in the future. We're gonna be getting some really salty fish.
Well, they probably turn green.
Yeah.
Well, it
Wait.
tastes like kiwi strawberry.
Wait. Are you saying neon or what kind of green?
Yes, neon.
Yeah. You know the purple one's gonna taste like grape.
I mean, is it like their normal color, and then when you crack their spine, they glow in the dark?
Yeah,
No, you
Don't
see
pull on it, Westy.
gushers coming out.
You see gushers? They taste like gushers too.
Yeah.
As soon as you pull it out of the ocean, you pull a fish up. It's already cooked. It's swimming still, but it's cooked, and it's like a squid-looking thing, and it's all purple. You bite into it, and it just tastes like a gusher.
What world are we living in right now?
Why aren't we having this as like society? Can we just start cooking our squids before we like?
Why are we living in his world right now? What's going on?
I was curious about what he was going to say next.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Can we just start cooking our squids like this and making them taste like gushers? I'll core out the center and we could just stuff them.
Well, you're gonna get all the squid in the world and do that to them and throw them
No,
back in?
just.
What?
I want to try it first. I want to core out a squid,
Stuff in
cook the
return?
skin of the squid, and then like make it still jelly-like.
You're going to fill it with grapes?
So
And I'm gonna fill it with grape puree.
Oh.
why grape? Why not strawberry? Come on.
It has to.
Why
taste
not
like
orange?
Orange could work. Strawberry wouldn't make a gusher flavor.
Why not lime?
Why not?
Yeah. Why not lime? Yeah.
Lime would work.
I agree with JR.
Lime would work. You want a lime gusher? Squid gusher.
Well, I want you
It's a
to know.
slusher.
I want you to know that gusher octopi, gusher squid, are allowed to be thrown out in the garbage in New York.
All right, what isn't? What's the rest of this
Whoa.
list?
Vaping devices and cartridges.
Okay, that's how you get it off the streets. You say you can't throw it out.
Used oil.
Well, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, only the freshest of oil is allowed to be in there, right?
Yeah.
CFL light bulbs.
So if you buy the more expensive light bulb, you can throw it out?
I don't know.
Yeah, buddy.
It says CFL light bulbs.
I'm going to open a light bulb business in New York. They're going to start selling out.
What's a CFL light bulb?
It's a
CFL.
funneling light.
I don't want that.
I don't know why you thought that was funny.
Yeah, why are you putting it in my face like that now? After saying
You're not a. I'm sorry. You're not a CFL.
CFL. CFL.
I'm confused.
He's like, what's your take on it, man?
What's your take? What's your take? Oh, you punched the mic.
I mean, you now understand the plight of a woman.
What? What?
Stop waving it in my face,
What?
gosh.
What? Oh.
And not understood by the farting. Anyway, and last but not least, old cell phones.
Yeah, but new ones
What?
you can throw out
Yeah,
the new
come
ones,
on.
but not the old ones.
I don't know. They say old cell phones.
What's the age? If they're old, what's the age?
Yeah,
You know those.
yeah.
What did I say about the article that was sent me?
They don't give you age limits. They just
No, they don't give you information. They just give you a list.
We asked the question a few weeks ago. What do you consider old? We can't even know what age humans are old. How do we know when our phones are old?
When they make new ones. When they make new ones.
They make new ones every year.
So every year, all the phones are getting older.
So it goes from baby to fully adult.
Yeah. No, it's going from baby to fuck year old.
You got grandkids now.
So what I'm hearing is 1 minute you're learning how to walk, and then the other minute you're learning how to walk.
Yeah, you never learn how to walk.
You never leave that walker.
Yeah, constantly on a walker. They
But
call
that's
me.
a good question. What do you consider old?
We talked about this last
This was
week,
last week's question. But if you
No.
want to answer it again, we
or
can
two?
answer
Was it last
No,
week?
No.
Might have been 2 weeks ago.
Might have been 3 weeks ago. I don't know.
No, it was within the past 2 weeks.
So many weeks.
It's been.
I'll go back to the tape.
Okay. We're going back to the tape, guys. We're gonna pull it up right now. We're gonna rewatch a previous episode from.
If you didn't watch that episode and you're interested on our take of when we can what age we consider old, go back about a week or two ago and listen to our podcast.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Go watch the old episode.
yeah, those are the 8 items. So, but here's what I found curious: what's not in those items? Needles was not listed.
Yeah, you can throw needles out.
Bodies
They're dirty.
was not listed.
Bodies, they're not listed.
This part, I kind of remember this part a little bit.
Wait.
Who?
What's your list?
My list or what? Should be on.
Like you,
Semen's not on the list.
I was
You can
gonna
throw semen in
stop
there.
it. I was literally gonna say condoms are not on that list. You can throw condoms.
Condoms Condoms, diapers.
You
all
can,
that.
but you cannot throw used oil, but or CFL light bulbs. But you
But-
can throw condoms.
Isn't condoms made from oil?
Listen, I already thought it. That's why I said condoms. That's why I said condoms.
You see what happened was.
It's used.
Doesn't matter.
It's used.
They do not put it on the list of not allows.
But you can put fresh oil in the trash too.
What?
Yeah.
Well, as long as
Where
it's
would
not
you throw
used,
the
you can be
condoms?
like, here's 5 gallons of flammable oil. Let me just throw this in the trash. It's new.
As long as you don't crack the seal, yeah, you could do that.
All right.
When I was looking for current events for questions a few weeks ago, there was a video of like a garbage man who just got away when he threw like somebody's garbage into the truck and then it exploded because they threw in like
Oh,
a combustible
yes.
container like you're not supposed to. So like
Yeah.
the
By the way, do
reason
not
why
do that at home.
the reason why there are things like you're not allowed to dispose of it's like for a reason. Like that was a big one, like safety factor. I didn't bring that one because it's like a whole video. It's not really something, you know.
What was it? What was it?
I don't know. It was up there in the Northeast somewhere. But he didn't get hurt.
A lobster.
No, I saw the video.
Oh, I don't know.
What
Was that like a fire
smoke?
extinguisher or like an oxygen tank or something?
Yeah.
Oxygen tank. That's right. It was an old lady's oxygen tank
Yeah.
No.
for when she smokes.
So
Yeah,
I was
crazy.
born in North Carolina, and this is something I used to see down there a lot. Shout out to anyone who's in the chat. Old ladies with a oxygen tank and smoking like a carton of cigarettes a day. Like
That wasn't just a southern thing. I had a client.
we all know one.
I had a
person
client
like that.
who would be
We all
dragging.
smile and
Yeah.
think about that one person.
I definitely know at least one person who would do it.
That was a '90s thing.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah, the two guys, they got scared.
Yeah, I was like, you see the video and it's like, thank gosh they didn't get hurt. But yeah, somebody in trouble.
I told you guys about the time that I lit a fire that was like 60 foot tall.
No.
Oh.
Oh.
Me and my dad are trying to light a fire in this little thing that I built like a smoker. And in the center of it, that we put a whole bunch of leaves in it and we were going to light it on fire, right? So we light it on fire, the fire gets going, and we're dumping some gasoline on it. I know you're not supposed to do that, whatever. You're dumping some gasoline on it, and we have a 5-gallon bucket of gasoline. And we're dumping a little bit on it at a time. It goes up the stem. Now the gas can's on fire. We throw the gas can in there, and it explodes. Caitlin's pulling up. I know she's about to get there, so I call her, and I'm like, hey, Caitlin, don't pull up to the house. Just wait. And she looks up, and the fire is above the 60-foot trees. You can
I
see,
remember that. You were talking on the phone.
Yeah.
Yes, we did talk about this on here before, but yeah, he called me and was literally like, "Hey, don't pull up to the house yet." I'm like, "I'm right here. Why?" And he's like, and then he didn't say that. And then the fire burst. I see it above the trees. So I was like, "Oh, I guess that's why."
Yeah.
And I drive up there, and Sudo's trying to put out all the little fires that started with his flip flops, stomping on it in bare feet and flip flops.
Oh.
His aunt was like, "Will you get him to stop?" Oh my god.
Smacking it with the flip-flops, or were you trying
No,
to step on it?
stopping on it with his bare
Take
foot.
them off. Take that shit off.
Yeah, it was gasoline, too, so nothing was working.
Anyway, but that was the story of gasoline and leaves, not of air oxygen tanks and cigarettes. But close enough.
Yeah. Explosive.
Oh, man. Well, you didn't burn the house down. Thank God.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
burning the house down.
I mean, the list of things they say you can't throw out makes sense. It's just, and for a reason, it's just like the list of things that are not on there that stand out more to me.
Yep.
Like,
Oh, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. We would appreciate it. Thank you.
oh, actually, you know, I was thinking about it. Babies was not written on the list, so it's okay that your Amazon guy put the baby by your dumpster.
Oh, thank you. Another blow.
Yeah, didn't.
All right. What's the next question?
Next question. All right, this one actually comes from Danielle.
Oh, yeah.
I had a lot of people sending me stuff this week. I was like, oh, people are starting to get a knack for what I pick out.
Yeah.
Okay, so this one's an update on food dyes. We've been talking a lot about this. All right. So, did you hear that West Virginia is the first state to ban 20 food dyes and 2 food preservatives?
Nice.
20 or all?
It's
Was it
not
all?
the goal, it's the dye.
Well, they made red 30, red 40, yellow 5, yellow 6, blue 1, blue 2, and green 3 illegal, and this is to be implemented by 2028.
Well, you heard about that woman. She went to Kraft Foods and Chick-fil-A, and she got Chick-fil-A to change their chicken ingredient.
You did tell us about that, yeah.
Yeah, she's making headway. Even at a Kraft corporation, she went there, and she explained to them I think it's in the cheese powder. There's some type of chemical, and she spoke to the head, I guess the CEOs, and he was like, "We will definitely implement it because in Europe, they don't have those chemicals in there."
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, so
there's so many extra chemicals in all of our stuff. Right, like
Yeah.
Europe is so much healthier, like everything wise. Like Canada's healthier, everything wise. Like everybody's healthier, health wise.
as they eat cake that I used 3 different dyes in.
YOLO.
Sorry, I was just waiting for this one because I thought that was funny. So yeah, West Virginia banned 7
When you go
artificial
there,
food
you
dyes
can't-
and 2 preservatives.
So when you're there next March and you can't get a Samrock shake, just remember, West Virginia did that to you.
Honestly, my takeaway is I was surprised it was West Virginia doing that.
Wasn't the Shamrock Shake like last month?
Yeah, so next year. It's going to take a year for this to take effect, and they're going to take things away from us. We're not going to have tricks anymore. We're not going to have Fruit Loops.
No, the tricks are.
We're not going to have Gatorade.
No.
We're gonna have tricks, but they're gonna be for like the same.
I'm being
No, we'll have
ironic. I'm
Gatorade.
pointing out all the things that have dye in it that we commonly use.
Yeah, they're just not going to put dye in them anymore.
Yeah.
The tricks are.
They have until 2028 to fix it in West Virginia.
They're
So
not going to be the same.
The tricks are gonna look like Reese's Puffs.
Yeah, but you won't have no more ADHDs.
yeah.
I like everything in high definition.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Do you think
I mean, you could dye things naturally, though.
that's,
True, you can.
What, you can get rid of high definition?
I mean, come on. Wouldn't you want to?
that's not really like necessary. How related is the food diet?
What are we talking about?
Give him the.
We're talking about the food diet and ADHD. How related are they?
Very.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why. That's one of the big reasons Red 40 was made illegal, not only because of the risks of cancer, but because it's also associated with hyperactivity in kids. So are the yellow
Why
dyes.
is
So
it
is Red
still
3.
not At all.
Yep.
Exactly.
At all.
Cheetos, Takis,
It's,
hot Cheetos
Like,
that I
because
love.
because besides them clearly not looking out for anyone else's health but their own pockets, like why is that even
Yeah, but-
a thing?
But then you got to ask yourself this question. Okay, we're America. We're supposed to be better than everybody else and
America.
leader of the free world. But our food sucks, but Europe has cleaner food. Explain that.
Yeah. Well, so exactly. So California passed in 2023. They made 4 food additives illegal statewide. And in 2024, the state banned artificial food dyes from school meals. So they've done something. But what West Virginia is doing now is like the largest scope we've seen it.
You know what's funny? We're talking about dyes. Do you know in some countries, Subway can't even serve bread as bread because technically it's cake with the amount of sugar that's in it. But in America, we're still arguing over dyes.
Okay, yeah. So like one step at a time.
Yeah, one step at a time, but we're far behind.
Yeah,
We're playing ketchup. Our ketchup still has red 40 in it.
I know, and I love ketchup.
Yeah. Well, what was that? I had a client and she went on a weekend trip with her boyfriend to Canada and she came back. I was like, oh, how was it? She was like, I got something. I ordered ketchup and I went and ate the ketchup and I looked at them and I was like, this isn't ketchup. And I went, oh, yeah, it's ketchup. They just don't have all the junk in it that we have here in the States. She goes, I just found that out. Like, she was like, that's what they told me. Oh, my goodness. I was like, yeah, ketchup there is not the same as ketchup here. She goes, it tastes like tomato. I'm like, yes. Like,
That's what it's supposed. That's what it's supposed to taste like. That's what, like, in the beginning, I'm sure that's how it tasted. And then how did all this extra shit get thrown in there along the way?
And why do they keep taking things out? I like old Coca-Cola.
oh, my gosh.
Come on.
The
You mean the original?
Yeah, the original.
Oh, okay.
tonic.
The tonic. The one that got rid of the cough.
You got rid of the cough. You got rid of a lot else too. Yeah, gotcha.
Got rid of the depression that you'd get when you stopped using it.
Oh, it actually helped with headaches. The original.
So did opium.
Yeah, I use this for headaches, but I don't care about the side effects.
Well, they feel like, so people are saying they feel like the fact that RFK Jr.'s been speaking so much about food dyes, it's brought a lot of visibility to the issue.
Yeah.
No, he's doing a great job with that because, I mean, come on. It's sooner or later it was going to come out. I mean,
The FDI is maintaining that food dyes, with the exception of red number 3, are safe when used according to regulations. Of course they are.
Yeah.
Yeah. But not only just the 7 food dyes, they're also prohibiting the use of 2 food preservatives too.
Really?
Which ones?
Propylparaben is one. Well, it says propylparaben. But it was previously used in products including tortillas, chips, processed cheeses, and packaged baked goods.
Oh, stuff I eat.
Yeah. And they said testing conducted using animals showed that it may interfere with hormones in the body.
Oh, wow.
And the other one is BHA, butylated hydroxyanisole, which prevents fats from going rancid. So it's used in processed meats, frozen meals, snack foods, and other products. But research shows that it's reasonably anticipated to be a human carcinogen.
What is the name of that again?
Ooh.
Butylated hydroxyanisole.
Its whole name. And then it says anisole. It takes a soul with it. It's literally in its name. It says anisole.
I thought he was more impressed by my ability to pronounce that on a whim.
Pronounce it again so everyone else could hear it.
Butylated hydroxyanisole.
Butylated hydroxy and a soul.
Anyway, your sister actually sent me this article. It came from the New York Times and it was written by Alice Callahan.
What are you doing, JR? Are you doing a scratch off?
No.
Oh, you're drawing. Yeah.
We'll mail it to him someday in the future. he'll just open it and be like, "What is this?"
I want you to know
Picture of me.
if you're scratching a scratch off here, I would have died. I would have died
I
laughing.
would have loved it if you had a scratch off. Actually, next week, each one of us should sneak scratching off a scratch off without the other people knowing.
Well, you would have to.
Okay.
Well, you would know. You see me.
Oh, we could do it.
It wouldn't be hard for me.
How funny that would be.
We would have to put up something on our YouTube about, like, if you need help, 1-800-GAMBLERS.
But really, it's just a number to Westy.
So they said they still don't know exactly how the ban will take effect, but they have until 2028 to have everything figured out.
Well, it's the first step into the right direction because, I mean, we've been treated like, as kids, garbage.
Yeah.
For crying out loud.
Yo,
Well-
I think I just thought of this is random, really random, out in left field. But I think I just thought of the greatest prank call ever. You go to someone's house, you take a picture of their cat, and then you put a sign out in front of their house saying, with their phone number saying, "Call this number if you see this cat." I put the name of their cat on it.
I don't know where that came from.
But it's random.
No, that was, like, not even related. But the article also says that there's at least 20 other states that are considering bills that restrict the use of certain food dyes and additives as well.
Good.
No, I'm glad.
Me too.
Because my daughters, they like macaroni and cheese and stuff, and I love Cheetos, but
I
they
like,
should. They actually can make good Cheetos. I don't know why they have to put that red dye. Cheetos
Ooh.
are my favorite ones.
Well,
Flaming
because
Cheetos.
certain colors, trigger appetite. Foods looking more appetizing
Yeah.
encourages people to eat
I mean,
them.
I like hot dogs the way they are. Like, I don't gonna add that.
But that's like giving you a drug. I mean,
Yeah.
think about it. I
Yeah.
want you to be addicted.
Well, yeah.
That's
No,
the-
I'm
that's
just
the-
saying
that's
why
the
they
same
do
thing
it.
with everything. Like, that's. I want you to be addicted. That's what the thing is on cigarettes. You should not do this, but if you do, like,
So it's
Because they
says the smoker in the room.
He reads that 8 times a day and he still doesn't memorize it.
it's like it's reverse psychology. You shouldn't do it, but we know you are gonna do it.
yeah. It's like
Wow.
it's the only reason that drinking is allowed because like everyone. I don't know what to say. Like,
What?
We're talking about ADD and food dyes.
hey, stop talking about me.
You were saying the only reason they allow drinking, and then he put the microphone by you, and you got weird.
I got all right. The only reason they allow drinking because like that's what do they call it? It's measurized or the way they distribute it. They have control over how much they give you supposedly, but like and other shit like for smoking and everything like they know the side effects. Like they know the side effects of alcohol as well. They both have like one's lungs, one's liver, but like why is one?
They're more than just lungs and liver, but
Alright.
their brain.
Okay, but he was trying to make a point, and you interrupted.
Yeah.
It's like
Do you know why they do? Here, hold the mic.
sorry.
I'm not gonna hold it for you.
Okay.
All right, there you go. Talk.
So it was what was I saying? It was just, like they both affect your body. It's determining which in their or in everyone's I guess assumption, smoking hurts more because it's quicker and more visible, whatever. Like you can see it in the lungs and whatnot, but like drinking it affects so much more than just your liver. Like it's everything too. It's like your mind and all that shit. Like the way they talk about everything. Like they just seem to control everything better. That's all it is. That's all I was trying to point out. I'm sorry.
No, you don't have to apologize. You were leading up to something,
Yeah.
and I just wanted to hear the end of it.
Yeah,
Same here.
Thank you. Sorry.
same
It
here.
was intriguing.
I just didn't want to hold the mic.
Yeah.
That was it.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's all good.
Sorry.
But I mean, I guess the point. Okay.
Okay, I'm done.
Funny, obnoxious. Anyway. I guess the point you're saying is like, hey, we're allowed to smoke, we're allowed to drink, we're allowed to, and then there's the food dyes, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah.
That's
You're
what
just-
I got from it.
That's where I came in. Yes.
yeah.
You're allowed to smoke. You're allowed to drink. You're allowed to eat
Like-
so much sugar that diabetes is inevitable.
It's not inevitable. Plenty of people don't get diabetes.
Like
That's true.
they got the list of it. They have the list of ingredients on everything, and they have it on there because they expect you're gonna read the list of ingredients. Like, oh yeah, there's red dye in this one. All right, let me put that back. It's red dye. It's not good for you, so let me put that back. But like, do you see people doing that when like they see the warning on cigarettes and the warning
You
on
would be
alcohol?
surprised at how many ingredients pseudo and I read actually.
You guys
I'll be like, oh, this flavored water, and the pseudo's like, is there aspartame in it? Like, we look at stuff all the time.
Exactly.
I read it.
I do the same thing.
I read it every time. I guess
I'm
it's.
just saying, I don't really do it as much. I don't.
Well, I'm not a smoker, so I The warnings work for me.
You know what it is? About 10 years ago, I wasn't doing that. I would just go buy and whatever.
Did you
But
smoke
then when
cigarettes
social
then?
media, what happened?
Did you smoke cigarettes then?
Yeah, I smoked Parliaments.
At that time? And then
Yeah.
you started reading boxes and you stopped smoking cigarettes?
Yeah.
Oh,
Start reading boxes.
Which box?
Yeah.
Which box? So we got
the warnings work.
But I did that with the food and stuff, because social media, you have so many people talking about it now that Taco Bell, especially McDonald's, it's scary stuff, and I love McDonald's.
I love me.
So you start saying, do I drink a glass out of a drink with a silver cup or plastic? Plastic, a male's testosterone goes down. I mean, come on.
Do you want me to get into it? I am so paranoid about plastic.
We even tried to use glass
Yes,
Tupperware.
go ahead. Give us. Yeah.
No, it's not even anything I read. It wasn't even anything I learned. It happened naturally. It wasn't something I read. It wasn't something I learned. I mean, granted, I know about microplastics and all that. It wasn't this. It was just like sometime in my late 20s, I just started getting weird about it. Like I started being like,
Really?
I just don't know what's in it. I don't know what's going into my food. If I microwave it, like it gets stained, smells. That means there's particles in there. I was just like so weird. And the older I get, the weirder and weirder and weirder I get about plastic, to the extent that we have what is in our house is glassware.
I don't blame you.
Even
oil
our coffee cups
is
are
made
glass,
from
not
plastic.
ceramic.
Well, I have a whole bunch of ceramic coffee mugs. I collect
We
them.
drink out of the glass ones.
We do.
Oh, wow.
I drink out of them all.
That
They're
blown
better
sand.
ceramic
So
cups.
he's trying to back you up.
No, that there was a whole thing about flavor and heat and all of that with tea. It didn't say drinking out of ceramic was bad.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys, you like tea? You collect teacups?
Yeah.
I like teacups.
I like tea.
Yeah. I used to collect them.
I
Bless
love it.
you.
I collect coffee mugs.
What about tea? You guys like tea?
Yes, JR, I think every woman watching this podcast just added you as a friend.
Yeah, you saying you collected them? Honestly, yes.
You collect
Yeah,
teacups.
I
You
collect
collect teacups.
teacups.
Any married man knows that a woman really likes teacups.
No, I didn't know that. But I used to drink gunpowder tea.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I know about tea. I had an ex-girlfriend's father who was a pilot. He used to collect teacups, and he got me into
I like Thunder. What's the tea I like? Thunder.
Your mic's too low.
No, I already read that. I already turned it up.
Okay.
Text.
And do you have me turn it up?
No, I got up and did it. I just.
Oh, okay. I was not looking. Okay, sorry.
I missed it too. Don't worry.
You guys both did it.
I didn't feel it.
Thunder train.
No.
Thunder lightning.
Thunder.
Morning Thunder.
Morning thunder.
Rolling thunder.
It's extra caffeinated tea.
Extra caffeinated
Whoa.
tea. Yeah.
Well, the cake that I made,
I told you I used to like Coca-Cola.
the cake
that's right.
the cake that I made, the buttercream is an Earl Grey buttercream.
Earl Grey buttercream. Look at that. Huh. I didn't know they did that.
Well, I did that.
It tastes like a gloomy day.
Oh my gosh. I pretty much made I made Earl Grey tea, and then when you do Italian meringue buttercream, you have to like pour melted sugar in at a certain temperature into the actual frosting when you're making it. So essentially you make a syrup, right? Like a simple, very hot, simple syrup type of thing. I just did that with the tea instead of water.
Huh.
Wow. Huh.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Snappy. You made a sweet Earl Grey syrup.
You like tea?
Like a sweet
Westy?
tea.
Yeah.
Tell him how much you like tea.
I put honey in my tea, and then I mix it up. And I pour a little milk. I do like tea. I like tea.
Oh, okay.
Literally, he had mason jars of tea in his car for his trip here.
My main thing is green tea, but my mom makes some sweet tea.
Green tea.
And she had made sweet tea, and she put in. I gave her some mason jars, and I said, "Can you put in these? Here you go." she gave it back to me. But right before I came here, I was like, that would look good out in Indiana. Fuck it, let's go. So I just brought them with me, and I got a bag of mason jars.
Yeah, he just showed up with like a bag of mason jars full of tea.
Wow.
He's letting it chill outside for a little while. It gets sweeter.
It's fermenting.
He said it's fermenting.
Next thing you know, it's gonna be kombucha.
I hate kombucha. I like tea.
I never had it.
It's apparently supposed to have a lot of good probiotic qualities. Blah blah. I don't like the
It's
taste.
not
A lot of people love
antibiotic,
it.
It's probiotic.
Whatever. Prebiotic. I know what you're doing. Biotics. I was 6. I don't know what fucking biotics are. That's what you're saying. It's from a comedian we were watching last night.
Yeah, he's actually very funny.
Uh, So I do. I like tea. I had a huge collection before we moved out here, but there was like so few bags and so many boxes that Pseudo pretty much was like, well, if I'm going to kidnap you and chain you to chairs and not let you do anything, I'll let you start a new collection of tea out in Indiana. And I was like, oh, that's great. But then when he drags me by a leash into the stores and nobody does anything because it's the Midwest, and I guess that's allowed. There's like no tea here.
Yeah, there's no tea here. We're having a hard time finding tea.
When I want special tea, I have to like order it.
When you order tea somewhere, until this week,
There's tea,
I was
but
not
not
able to
as
get
big of a
honey in my
variety.
tea.
Are
I
you
would order
serious?
tea places and not be able to get honey in it.
That was down south. That wasn't here.
Oh yeah, that was down south.
Did you go to all these? You tried
But
that?
people don't. What about?
Aldi's doesn't have good tea.
I don't know. They got everything, right? They got meat. They got.
You're like, you said you like green tea and your mom makes you sweet tea, which is made out of black tea traditionally. So like, you're probably like, I'm good. Like, what's
Yeah.
your problem? And I'm sitting here going, I have Earl Grey tea, I have orange and spice tea, I have pomegranate, like raspberry tea. And then I got pseudo chamomile and sleepy time tea, which I'm not going to drink those. And so I have 3 types of tea, and I'm used to having like 10 to 15 types of tea at any given time.
What's your name?
Really? Wow.
I like chai tea a
What's
lot.
your name?
I shouldn't
Chai
say
tea's
chai
pretty
tea.
good.
I like chai a lot. I like tea tea.
That's an acquired taste for some people. Chai tea. Not everybody likes that.
I love it to the extent like if I get a chai latte, you know, somewhere, I'll ask for it to be extra chai because they make it so light for the masses that I'm like, this does not taste like chai. This tastes like milk.
Hey. Quickly.
Oh, you're a chai master.
I like chai.
I fell off for a second there. What are you guys talking about, JR?
What?
What kind
What
of
do you
tea
mean?
are you talking about?
Chai.
You're talking about chai what?
Chai tea.
You're talking
TT. Pseudo is setting something up. Oh, TT.
You're talking about TT? Like TTs?
All right.
Of course, you got to make it awkward, man.
TTs.
On that note, next question.
Oh, man.
Question number 5. This one comes from Pseudo.
Okay.
Have you heard about the president of the Indiana Zoo being bitten by a chimpanzee?
What? Oh, come on. That is you. That's your type of article.
I always find the animals biting people in random places or getting chased by people.
Did he?
Next, you're going to tell me a monkey's playing a guitar.
Did the president touch the chimpanzee inappropriately?
Apparently he was feeding it and it got the tip of his finger.
Just
Oh,
the tip.
it was.
Oh.
And
Just the tip.
do you want to know how? So for the very tip of his finger being
Just
bitten,
the tip.
it was treated right there, right? But
What did they do? Pour some rubbing alcohol on it?
I don't know.
Or did
Whatever.
they take the chimpanzee's poop and rub it in his face? You got bit by him, now you gotta eat his shit. Alright, it's too much. It's way too obnoxious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so this article comes from MSN. Okay. And what is this? I don't want to continue reading on the app. Okay. So I read it before and they pretty much said that. Well, now it's not letting me read it again.
Guys, comment down below. Let us hear your thoughts on this particular-
chimpanzee finger biter.
Yeah. Exactly. Thank you.
Do you think the chimpanzee was trying to get his Reese's?
His Reese's.
Yeah, he was feeding them. Do you think the guy had Reese's in his other hand?
I don't know.
What do you think a monkey would go for? If a monkey was going to bite your finger, what do you think you're feeding them?
It was
A
just,
banana.
apparently, it was just like a standard thing, like feeding that he was doing.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if it was like
But-
giving him something special that day, like here's some tilapia.
I don't know, but Pseudo was all excited to send me this article, and my first thought was this. So, we moved here, and I was just looking through jobs, and what keeps popping up are like summer positions, like seasonal stuff keeps popping up, and one of them, is like a bunch of them are for the Indiana Zoo as like a penguins keeper, like a reptile keeper, and one of them's a primates keeper. You make $13 an hour. So I'm like,
Really?
you're gonna tell me you're gonna pay me only $13 an hour, and I'm gonna get bitten by a monkey? Like,
That seems worth it.
Yeah.
That's
Do you
what-
eat
Yeah.
all the bananas they don't want?
Here. Grab the mic when you talk.
anyway, so apparently all of this stuff was like had to be reported to CEO and had to be reported to this like tracking service that looks at these things. Like all this was reported, and I'm like, bro, the tip of your finger got bit. Calm down. Like, calm down.
It was just
Yeah,
a tip.
but he.
So when she bit you and you went freaked out, and she said it was just the tip, what did you do?
I think he was asking for it.
You know where I stuck it.
I do. I know that story.
Imagination.
Thou dost know too much. I know way too much about all of your lives. Anyway. Yeah, so Pseudo was very excited about the Indianapolis Zoo president being bitten by a chimpanzee. And my immediate reaction was, yo, they're hiring for people to keep those primates, and they only make $13 an hour. Like, that was my first
is he?
thought.
What is he the president of?
The zoo.
The whole thing.
Zoos have presidents, apparently.
Well, maybe that's the initiation with the monkeys.
Ooh.
Oh,
Touche.
this is how it starts.
He's got to beat his chest and like shit on somebody now, right?
Planet of the
Yeah.
Apes.
Yeah, initiation.
Something like
You're
that.
the president, so I gotta bite your finger.
Yeah. No, the president needs to shit on the chimp in order to
Oh.
feel he's in the spot.
He's a bitch. I'm the monkey here.
I can't see the top.
But yeah, no. So that happened. Pseudo was very excited about it. Oh, what is on your phone? You look like you're ready to say something.
Oh, do it. Call, is it one? It's a brother.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm good.
Yeah, you sure?
Anyway. So, this was Pseudo's, so I thought he would be participating in the conversation.
Okay. So I am convinced that this guy's just a freaking idiot, but he's not getting paid enough to be smart, so let's just leave it alone.
Wait,
He's the president
He's the
of the zoo. I bet he's making tons of money.
Oh, it definitely is. Let me stand corrected. This dude's making too much money
He's a
to be this
fucking
dumb.
idiot.
How much do zoo presidents
And now,
make?
you know what?
How much
I want to go to the
president
zoo
is doing
this
it?
weekend. I'm going to go to the zoo. I'm going to go to the
For what?
Indiana Zoo.
Zoo presidents.
I want to see this monkey.
Yeah. So, apparently. Oh, do you read what they do? They have one of the biggest chimpanzee like exhibits everywhere. They actually set up this whole thing where there's walkways so the chimpanzees could kind of walk around the zoo and more people could see them and doing stuff all throughout the zoo.
Oh, we're going there.
That just seems like
We are
asking
going
for it.
there.
Seems awesome.
Clearly just asking
who
for
wants
it.
to go there and get their tip bitten off?
Apparently, the president.
You know it looks like a finger?
Besides him.
You know it looks like a finger?
So-
You know it looks like a finger?
Ready? Zoo presidents or CEOs could earn substantial salaries,
Substantial.
with some earning over $1 million annually.
1 million.
The CEO of the San Diego Zoo earned nearly $2 million despite stepping down.
How much does this guy make? Can we look up his salary? It's definitely public.
So average Indianapolis Zoo hourly pay rate ranges from $8.65 per hour to $19 per hour for a zookeeper.
Okay, so that's the animal fondlers.
$2 million.
$2 million. Jaron, what would you do with $2 million?
Definitely not get lipsticks.
So the president and CEO of the Indianapolis Zoological Society makes $422,000.
We're just gonna ignore that.
What?
shit.
422,000?
Yeah.
I
Okay.
would be mad at the guy in San Diego.
Yeah, it said that president and CEO Dr. Rob Schumacher was feeding a chimpanzee through a mesh barrier when the tip of his finger was bitten.
Just the tip. And it was a what barrier?
Mesh.
Okay.
It's a big job. Okay.
They says he has shown no ill effects from the incident. It was the tip of his finger. Like, calm down.
It's like the rest of the finger didn't fall off after he got bit. It didn't get infected. Did that poison spread? Like, who knows? You know?
Oh, so the chimpanzees are part of the zoo's International Chimpanzee Complex, an exhibit that debuted in May 2024. It's one of the largest communities of chimpanzees in the country. A trail system allows the chimpanzees to move through the zoo, giving them choices in their daily lives while allowing visitors the chance to observe them throughout a wider portion of the zoo grounds. That's what I was just telling you guys.
Yeah, we're going there, and I'm gonna.
It sounds
film
awesome.
We're gonna throw it in one of our vlogs. We're gonna do a vlog episode here.
I'm gonna throw Benny to the chimps.
So you're going to do a vlog talking to the chimps?
Yeah, we're gonna do one. We're gonna go.
Yeah.
We're gonna go to a cabin or something because that's the way we do.
But
it.
I don't plan on going into the exhibit. I don't want to be responsible for the next Harambe.
Because I am bringing my blow dart gun.
What? I don't think that's a good idea.
If one comes from my finger or my,
He is not
I
good.
am blowing it away.
He is not good. He is not very good on his blow dart gun. Don't worry.
That's why she's the one carrying one too.
I want to say that I'm very good on the blow dart gun, but you're all gonna make it dirty. So
She's very good on the blow dart gun. I can say that. You guys cannot. She's my victim.
and it just became sex trafficking. Anyway.
Yeah, stop setting yourself up, man. This is not looking good for you.
Anyway, so that's what's going on in the Indianapolis Zoo. My takeaway is I want to go see the zoo in Indianapolis.
But are they loose, the monkeys, walking with the people?
The monkeys are not.
Well, it's like they're not just like they're walking around. They're not loose with the people, but they're like
They probably are in like.
they have like a whole transport system, like tunnels, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was saying they're probably in like a wider cage that the people are walking into or something. I don't know.
Well, no, apparently
Rise of
it's
the
all it said
chimpanzees.
it's all throughout the zoo.
Yeah,
Yo,
exactly.
I'm waiting for.
The whole, no, sorry. I'm sure the whole zoo has like a freaking cage over it to keep the chimpanzees in.
Well, they're
No,
okay. They're
shit.
not running free. I don't know what is being misunderstood.
They're not running free. They have free roam in areas throughout the
Okay.
zoo. They are
They
connected to each other.
they are separated from humans.
Yeah, they have free roam in their areas, not where humans have free roam.
So it needs to be
Oh, okay.
wild.
Now,
free.
presidents and feeders, they have free roam to get bitten on their meat eaters.
The penguin keeper job is $13 an hour. I want you all to know.
But hands are meat eaters.
Which sounds like a very little amount of money per hour for that job, but when you, my takeaway is you get to steal a penguin. So.
Stupid penguin.
That's only appropriate compensation.
And don't mess with the otters. We learned they will kill you.
The otter hands are
They would?
vicious. Otter hands will tear you
Yeah?
apart.
They will.
Yeah.
They're utterly
Oh, I
vicious.
didn't know
Utterly.
that. Well, they got bad tempers?
They're aggressive. Like they're carnivores, omnivores,
They're
or
just
something.
defensive, I guess.
JR,
they-
you
they
know, a
just-
few episodes
they have to
ago,
eat.
I showed you a video of an otter killing an alligator.
He did.
It was a few episodes.
Did
ago.
you?
Yeah.
He did. We talk about this ever
probably
since we
just
learned
thought
this.
Yeah, I keep up with all this.
All right. Anyway,
You're like, I hate you, Vinny.
we're gonna do another question. It's 9:54. I have 3 questions left. How do you guys feel about one more?
One more.
One more question.
I'm not
Okay.
gonna answer which one. You can ask them though.
Yeah. No. I'm asking. I have my one because it's not going to be relevant in another time.
Okay.
So you've all been keeping up to date roughly with March Madness. We all know what's going on right now, right?
Yep.
All right. Have you filled out a bracket for March Napness?
Napness?
March Napness.
What is March Napness?
Am I
Yeah,
winning?
what is-
Am I winning? Am I winning?
Okay, we're not talking March Madness.
No, you're to napness.
Napness.
I've taken the most naps in this house.
Ah, are you winning?
You definitely are winning. You are a nap.
Yes.
Oh, you
Yeah,
could
do you
sleep,
nap a
huh?
lot? Can you nap
Lately,
a
I
lot,
have.
Jeremy?
Yes. Lately,
Oh,
not
you have
before.
lately.
Lately. Yeah.
Oh, you haven't told me this.
But
lately.
when you have
So
kids,
the
you wanna
March-
nap more.
The March Napness bracket. This is a article by UPI but written by Ben Hooper. March Napness is a bracket that tracks hibernation habits of sanctuary bears.
Sanctuary bears.
Really? And what was the discovery?
Well, no, there's not a discovery. The International Animal Welfare Group started a March Napness bracket. And it's a tournament where they track when bears at sanctuaries across Europe will wake up from hibernation.
It sounds like the pinball.
And they're in competition with each other.
This
in
is
the
a,
bracket.
this is an annual tournament with a bracket of 23 European brown bears living across 6 different sanctuaries in Europe.
It sounds like the same level as that pinball race thing where you had to pick a ball and you watch it like go down the whole course and whatnot, and like whoever won, whatever.
You're talking about jelly rollers on
during COVID.
on YouTube. It was during COVID. It got pretty big.
Oh, that
There's
was
a YouTube
awesome.
Channel where they race marbles.
Yeah.
down marble tracks and stuff.
But marbles aren't going to maul me, so
Well, they might.
They're
Imagine if you had
not-
enough marbles that could maul you.
If they were just betting on bears, it's like betting on marbles. So it's the same thing, right?
Yeah.
well, the sleepiest bear wins. The bear that remains sleeping the longest is crowned king or queen for that year. So the bear is kicked out of the bracket.
I know how I'm betting. I'm betting on the fattest one.
The bear is kicked out of the bracket after waking up from hibernation and remaining active for at least 5 days.
Are the bears drug tested?
Before and after the competition. I don't want no doping happening.
So,
Do they all have all their ball sacks? We heard Lance had an advantage.
So they think that this could help promote the movement that sleep is self-care and there's no harm in taking a little nap when you need it.
And trust me, as a kid, I didn't like to nap, but now,
You nap so
Yes.
hard. You are hard
Definitely.
at napping.
So the goal of March Napness is to teach the public about bear conservation and the importance of rest.
Importance of rest.
absolutely.
All I need is that one day drink a day, and I'm good to take a nap for at least a half an hour.
He's
Listen.
an uncle. He's an uncle.
Truth. So I wanted you all.
Uncles do that.
I thought it was important that you all knew that March Napness existed and what it was because it's amazing.
It is. I learned something tonight.
It's hilarious. Like that means you just have all these bear geeks sitting there like, I don't watch college basketball, but hibernating bears, yeah.
Would you say hibernating bears with a cup of tea?
Oh yeah, I'd be like a cozy bear coming straight out of the bathroom with that fresh toilet paper, the soft stuff.
Here's your chamomile.
Would you put the bear honey in that tea to make it more friendly
Yeah.
to them?
No.
Yeah, right.
I'd put Goldilocks' Goldilocks in there. She ain't messing with my porch.
They didn't like Goldilocks.
I didn't like Goldilocks either.
I don't think they ate her. And how'd you get her hair?
Because when that white bitch came in my house, I ripped her hair out.
Did you tell her that you were recruiting models and she showed after seeing her OnlyFans and then she showed up and your bed wasn't just right, so you had to make her stay in it, and then she was found on the side of the road with a broken spine?
10 days later.
Whoa.
And then he made up a story that said he threw her off the roof.
Oh, that's the main of the story is he threw her off the roof. Not that she fell off the roof, right?
He said, "Get out of here."
As soon as I said I threw her off the roof, the cop looked at me and said, she fell. All right, I guess I gotta go home now. Because, you know, every killer has that creepy laugh that...
You know, we got to be careful that the parents of that girl is not watching this.
No, seriously, though, that's fucked up what happened there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's about 10 o'clock. We've been, you know, I have 2 more questions, but I think those could roll over into next week.
So, JR, it was 7 questions.
What?
There were 9 written, though. He's not guessing how many we're going to actually complete.
Oh, yeah.
Nice try.
I like the one I use this voice.
Well, thank you, Westy, for being on.
Hey,
Appreciate it.
do your creepy voice.
My creepy voice, or the one that you're doing right now? What do you want me to do?
The creepy voice.
Hey, you can't.
No, you're not allowed to do the creepy voice. We talked about this.
That's what I do. The creepy
Hey,
voice.
no.
Hey, guys.
No, he was told that he's not allowed to do this.
Hey,
Give
Westy.
him the mic, man. You can't do that. She's telling me that you can't do that, man. Don't do that. You can't do that.
Thank you. Don't do it. He's trying to get you to do it.
I know. I got my Vinny repellent. I put it
Thank
on
you.
before.
Thank you. Anyway, thank you for showing your beautiful comments to us. Like, subscribe, share with your friends, comment, and if there's any questions that you're interested in us discussing, please send them in. You could always comment them. You know me. Yeah. Yeah, we'll see you next week. Turn the show off. He's not allowed to do that voice. He's not allowed.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Like, subscribe, and don't forget to bring your Earl Grey tea next time on our show. Peace, love, and happiness.
Peace out.
We are out of here.
They're opening a Wawa in Indiana.
No, turn it off.